Another controversial question, actually, is about what are you doing to address the discrimination against men or violence towards men from women?
Well, first of all, we're even acknowledging that it exists because I think people don't think this is a thing. Again, it's like I don't think in the past we've addressed how men are suffering as a result of gender inequality. This has not been part of the conversation, but it is. You know, men are the recipients of violence and abuse and discrimination. And I think just acknowledging it, first of all, is a big step. And then, you know, we're also trying to give them a safe space where they feel like they can talk about these issues, where there previously, you know, wasn't before. And we want to try and, you know, help and support them. You know, I think violence against anyone is abhorrent. But just because we're saying it's not right that women are the recipients of violence, we're definitely not encouraging violence against men. That's not how the logic works. Yeah, it's equally important.
One of the wonderful things in that speech, which I keep going back to, because it affected me quite a lot. I really enjoyed it, and I really connected with what you said. But the thing that I think a lot of your fans and people watching this can take away is when you talked about, if not me, then who? And if not now, then when? And that's, again, you're sort of underlining the urgency of this.
Yeah.
Because this is a problem that is happening right now. And it's not really getting much better at the moment.
It's really interesting. I hear this a lot, and I've heard my girlfriend say it, and I've heard my guy friend say it too, which is just, you know, oh, I saw this thing happen today, and it was just so rubbish, and it was just so embarrassing what they were saying, and it was so, you know, whatever else, but I just thought, you know, who am I, you know, or what good would it do if I said something? It's like the person that was the recipient of that misogynistic comment, or, you know, or whatever it was, it'd make a huge difference to them, massive difference to them. Like, could change their day, their month, their year, maybe even their life, really could. So don't ever hear in your own head, who am I to say something? You are a human being, you are a person, you can 100% change the world. And it's small ways, it's everyday ways, it's the little things really count and really matter. And be brave, be brave, be brave.
We have a little bit of time for some questions from the audience, if that's all right. So if we do have anybody who would like to ask a question, yours was the speediest hand I've ever seen, so that was straight up. The guy in the Hogwarts jumper. So brace yourself.
Okay, I'm braced.
Wait for the microphone. Okay.
Hi, Emma.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
There we go. I think we're on now.
Yeah.
Hi, Emma. I'm Thomas. Every time I'm involved in a debate about gender equality, specifically equal pay, the most frequent argument I hear against it is that it shouldn't be fair for women to be paid the same as men. Sorry. Because it's more likely for women to be taking time off on maternity leave. Obviously that's not really fair at all, not really fair, but what would you have to say to people who have that argument?
Gosh. Yeah, I've come across this argument a lot. I guess I would just say that maternity leave in this country is around 2 or 3 months, and I don't think in the grand scheme of things that's the kind of amount of time that's really going to hinder a woman from being able to achieve and be incredibly effective in whatever her particular field is. And I think men should be equal partners in raising children. I do. I think there shouldn't be an assumption that having children is something that only affects women, because women need men's support in those circumstances just as much. And I think it's a really unfair assumption to make that it's only women that are going to be sidetracked by raising children. It's one of the most important things as a human being. you know, that you can be involved with, is fostering and nurturing a human being, and men need to be playing their part too. I don't think it's enough to discriminate against a woman or hold her back or not to recognise the potential that she has.
Thank you, Thomas.
Great question, thanks.
In your Hogwarts jumper.
Yeah, great question.
Okay, we have loads more. Yes, wavy lady hand there.
Yes, you.
We should have name tags above everyone's head.
Yeah,
really.
we should.
Hi.
Are we on?
Is it working? Are we on?
Yes. It's
There we
okay.
go.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Sophie. If you had the magic power, what would you change to help women? And what would you convince male employees to support your action?
How do I encourage male police to support women in the police force?
And how would you convince male employees?
Male employees, yeah.
Because I am from a business part, to support your actions.
To support.
Yeah, to support your actions. How would you convince male employees to support your actions in a workplace?
Gosh, I mean, the pay gap is such a big one. It's like if you know that a woman is doing exactly the same work that you are, and you know that she's being paid less, it'd be so cool if you said something about it. That would be amazing. That would be so great. And if you're a business leader, or if you have that power at the top of your company, then ask the question: are the women you're employing being paid the same? And make sure that you are. Make sure that you are, and it's that simple.
I suppose if
really.
there's managers and bosses watching this,
then
that should be one of the things they do next week.
Yeah, please just go through, just look at it, look at your figures honestly, and just see are you paying women the same as men for the same work?
Yes, sir, in the purple. You might have to wait some time for this microphone to get passed back here. Unless you brought your own microphone, in which case you can use that.
That would be.
I've come prepared.
That would be so cool.
I knew I'd get the opportunity.
Yeah.
Finally. Okay. Hi, Emma. My name's Harsh. I wanted to ask you, well, firstly, I'm a big fan of Hermione Granger, but a bigger fan of Emma Watson, who is the face for he for she.
Thank you.
My question essentially is that if you were a man, would you be equally passionate about gender equality?
If I was a man?
Yes.
You know, it's interesting.
You have to think quite hard about this one.
If I was a man. No. I'd say my brother, actually, weirdly, is more of a feminist than I am. He's pretty passionate, and we look a bit like twins. So I can kind of get myself in that headset. No, yeah, I would. I definitely would. Because it's right, not because I have a mother or a sister or or whatever. Just because it's right.
Are you passionate because you're a man?
Absolutely.
Good. Excellent. Good to see. Yes. Man tie in the front row. Lovely.
Hello, Emma.
A lovely tie. That.
Yes.
So I'm a really big fan of your work, and my question is regarding something that I'm currently studying, and it's regarding gender in the workplace. And it's what would you say are the root causes of gender inequality in the workplace, and how do you think he for she can help overcome this problem?
Gender equality in the workplace.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about it.
We have. Even though in Britain, for example, we've passed laws and we've passed legislation, there's still a big gap in people's minds and people's mindsets. Traditions and social change. It just takes time, changing the way that people think. It's a slow process. So it's really asking someone the right question that makes them go, huh, yeah, I guess that does make sense. Or I guess this thing that's happening doesn't really make sense, but I've just accepted it because that's how things have always been. So I guess it's just questioning. It's being willing to question things and make up your own mind.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we have run out of time for audience questions. We could be here for
I
hours.
know,
Couldn't we, right?
this is terrible.
But thank you so much. One final thing from me. Do you think that it's possible in our lifetimes to achieve what you're trying to set out to achieve? Gender equality?
At current rates, no. I will probably be dead. But I think I'm just going to refuse to die. I think I'm just going to be like, no, I'm not going to go. You're not going to get rid of me until I get to see an equal number of female prime ministers and presidents and CEOs and more men that actually feel like it's okay to express how they really feel about things, and more fathers that are present in their children's lives. And, you know, and until I see us all not policing and ostracizing each other and oppressing each other, and where I live in a world where there just isn't such a narrowly defined definition of masculinity and femininity, I'm just not going to go. Just won't. Just won't. Just refuse. If someone could scientifically come up with a way for that to happen, please let me know.
Emma would like to be frozen cryogenically.
I'd like to be, yeah, so that I can come back and be alive to witness a world where there's gender equality. That would be cool.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Watson.
Thank you.
What a lovely crowd, lovely audience. Thank you for your questions. Thank you very much. You were a wonderful audience.
Yeah, you really were. Thank you so much for everyone that came and sent in and just interacted and engaged with this. It's been amazing. Thank you.
And thank you for watching as well. If you've been inspired by what's gone on here today and want to find out more about the campaign, then get onto the He for She Facebook page and sign up, pledge your allegiance to it. I've certainly been galvanised into it, and I am one of them. So keep an eye on Emma's Facebook page as well. And thank you so much for watching. Goodbye from Facebook. Thank you so much.
Yes,
That was great.
Thank you so much. Goodbye. Thank you, thank you, thank you.